We are Tim and Sandy and of course Pablo, and we are living and travelling in our self-built Sprinter van, completing the big lap of Australia. In this episode, we're hopping on the West Coast Wilderness Railway, one of Queenstown's iconic attractions. This railway was originally used to transport copper out of the mines but was abandoned for years. After being restored, it's now taking visitors on an unforgettable journey through Tasmania's rugged west coast. We'll be riding through rainforests, past gorges and exploring the history that makes this railway so special. Come along as we take in the scenery and dive into its fascinating past.
That was such a great trip. I'm so glad we went. Definitely put this on your list.
Good morning everyone, and I'm so excited. Are you excited?
Yes, I'm so excited.
We are going on the West Coast Wilderness Railway. I get it wrong every time. I'm very excited. We're in the town of Queenstown and we stayed at the football oval. There's the football oval. Very unique as it's all gravel or sand. It's very weird.
But it's only $5 a night, so it's worth the stay.
$5 a night, no facilities at all. I think there's a toilet, but not bad overall. If you haven't seen our Queenstown video, I'll put a link up here for you. But let's go on this beautiful railway. Now, I've just parked our car in the car park here. It is a paid car park. It's $10. $10 for the day, although it's only $1 an hour. So it depends how long you are, but should be safe there. The station itself has such a charming vibe, with its old school architecture and heritage feel. But the real star of the show? The incredible steam engine sitting right there on the tracks. This beautifully restored locomotive is like stepping into a time machine. It's a real piece of history that brings the golden age of rail travel to life. This particular steam engine is one of the original apt locomotives designed way back in the late 1800s to tackle the tough terrain of the West Coast Wilderness Railway. It's got this really clever rack and pinion system that helps it handle steep climbs and sharp turns. The boiler is massive, 40 inches in diameter and 130 inches long, powering these big 36-inch wheels. Fun fact, it used to run on coal, but was converted to diesel oil to make it more efficient and eco-friendly. Back in the day, the railway was all about hauling copper from the mines, but now it's a totally unique way to explore this stunning wilderness. Watching the engine do its thing with the rhythmic chugging and clouds of steam honestly feels like being transported to another era. How nice does that look, eh?
Luxury.
So nice of it. So exciting.
Very.
If you get here early enough, there's a cafe here that you can have breakfast at as well, and it looks so cosy in there. They have a fire going and nice lighting.
All
so good. Although, it's all Christmassy in there as well. We didn't get here early enough, but it's what it is. Our tickets were in 15, carriage 15, and they've got allocated seat numbers as well. As we climbed aboard, I couldn't help but admire how cosy and well kept the carriages are. Beautifully restored, they still hold on to that vintage charm with polished wood details and huge windows. You will have to excuse us as we couldn't chat much in here. It was a full carriage and we didn't want to be too awkward, hence our voiceovers today. Once we got going, the scenery did not disappoint. It's all lush forests, winding rivers, and it honestly felt like something out of a movie. Our first stop was Lynchford station, where the crew topped up the water for the steam engine. It's incredible watching them work. This isn't just a train ride, it's like being part of a living, breathing piece of history. Alright, so we're at Lynchford, and
you can do gold panning here.
Yeah, there's panning for gold over here, which I don't know if we'll do, but if you look back down there, I believe there is a
various mine displays.
Mine shaft all the way down there. I'm actually keen to check that out. What do you reckon?
Yeah, we're going to have a quick look at that.
Let's have a look at that.
No one else seems to be looking at it.
Yeah, let's go there. Wow, look at that. What is it? Does it say? What does it say there?
They're just saying how rugged it is and how harsh it was to be a miner in that 1800s.
Right, let's go on and look at this.
And look how tiny the mine shafts are.
Wow, that is tiny. You can see all the way back there. Wow. We've got the gold painting here, the train is over here, and I believe that's a little information and museum sort of area. Very pretty. Check out this, guys. This is really cheap. Beef burger, $5. And scones. I hope we stop here on the way back because it's good space. Now, I do believe you can see the Queen River down here, so we're going to go over there and have a look at that. If you remember from last episode, it is orange. It's supposed to be an orange pumpkin colour. If you haven't seen our video last week, I take you down to the confluence, which is where the King and the Queen River meet. And she was saying that this is normally way more orange than it is now. It's just had a lot of rain, so it's diluted it down a bit. But the confluence, very interesting. There's a VIP section on this train too, which I totally regret not getting. I mean, how good does this sound? Morning tea, a glass of champers to make it extra special, and let's not even get started on the stunning carriages. They've got that extra touch of luxury that just elevates the whole experience. Next time, for sure, I'll be treating myself to VIP.
Oh, the balcony's cool.
Yeah.
We can't actually come up here.
No, you're not allowed to move from carriage to carriage, so you have to pay the premium price, but you get food and champagne and all that, and then you get to go on the balcony if you wish.
It wasn't long until we were off again. As we pulled out of the station, I couldn't help but just sit back and soak in the scenery. It's such a relaxing way to travel. Before we knew it, we're arriving at Rainforests. And this stop was such a cool surprise. I actually learned a few things about trains I'd never known before. Seeing how it all works up close was so interesting. Definitely a highlight of the trip. Alright, we are at Rainforests, and that is an Aboriginal word for raindrops. Because, as you've noticed, it's raining. The entire time we've been...
They have 3 metres of rainfall a year here.
Well, that is crazy. Wow, we're just on top of the tracks and it does look pretty cool up here. Let's show you. Okay, so apparently the front of the train is they're going to go up here and they're going to turn around.
Come back down. Yeah, right? Yeah, I'm going to come back down.
And come back. How does that work then? Oh, the whole train goes up and turns.
Just the engine.
How does that work then? I am confused. But we'll just see what happens. We might actually put up a diagram. Okay, so bear with me here. Apparently what happens here is shunting. So on this journey, the train operates on a single track line which requires some clever manoeuvring at the station. When the train reaches the station, it stops and reverses back to a section of a double track. The steam engine is then uncoupled from the carriages and moved onto an alternate track. A rail worker adjusts the track points to guide the engine onto the parallel line. The engine reverses down the new track to rejoin the carriages from the opposite end. After the points are changed again, the steam engine is recoupled and continues pulling the train, but now facing backward. I think that's right. How to do. Right, so now I get it. And I would have explained that properly for the people.
There was no turntable. That's at the other end. They do a free chocolate tasting as well, some pepperberry chocolate.
Pepperberry chocolate.
Yeah, I don't know what that means, but we'll give it a go. So you want how you grill meat to go, or do you want
We took a little break to grab a coffee and a snack, which was just what we needed before hopping back on board. I have to say, the commentary along the way was spot on. So much interesting history and little details that really brought the journey to life. Back on the train, the scenery just kept delivering. Every twist and turn gave us another postcard view. And just like that, we were pulling into the final stop. What an incredible way to explore this beautiful part of Tasmania.
That was such a great trip. I'm so glad we went. Definitely put this on your list.
And look how close we've parked to it. What a great way to end our day. If you're in the Queenstown area, definitely put in your list. It is a little bit pricey. We should have actually gone for the upgraded one, which is where you get a glass of champagne. I think you get some nibblies as well. We said no, but then we thought it would have put the icing on the cake.
Because it's a licensed venue, there's no screaming kids in that bit. We picked the one with screaming kids.
I was trying to be a little bit more polite, but yes.
The realities of life sometimes.
I think the other one was a little bit quieter, and I would have got some champagne. But anyway, it was very, very nice. Loved it.
A fun experience, and the lady that was doing the storytelling was really, really good at doing the storytelling, and you just learned so much about the area, and just the resilience of the actual town itself. It's very fascinating.
It is very fascinating.
Worthwhile doing.
Loved it. So if you haven't subscribed, please do, and also if you haven't become a member, click the little join button and become a member of this little community. And we'll see you next time.
Always leave a comment.
See you.